Hi, good morning YouTube. This is Lisa Bean coming at you with my 27-week post-op VSG surgery. I had my VSG surgery on July 1st, 2013, weighing in at 266 pounds. And today I step on the scale 27 weeks later and I weigh in at 194. So that is a 2-pound loss since last week. And also, late afternoon into the evening, I was able to get my period after missing my period for 2 months straight. So I was kind of happy that that came on board. I was getting a little nervous 2 months in a row. That was odd for me since I'm always on schedule. But since the surgery, I've had some ups and downs with that. So for you folks that just had surgery, be prepared that that can happen, and that you may have times that you miss your period. I have to apologize. I wanted to have a couple things together before I got on this video, but unfortunately my kid's bus was late this morning. Well, it actually never showed up, so I sat around at a bus stop for 45 minutes to get an angry woman at the school when I called to try to find out what was going on, which I will contend with later, because cannot stand people being rude. Cannot, so I'll handle that later, because if I call right now, I will say things that my children will be embarrassed of. Absolutely. Sorry, this lighting, I have my, there's a shadow coming on me from my computer. I'm trying to utilize a new tablet that my husband got me for my birthday, and I haven't figured out, I'm trying to rig it standing up, but it's not working so well. So you'll have the shadow. So anyway, so some of the things I wanted to share with you. I had seen my nutritionalist on Thursday of last week, and it was my last freebie that I get with my surgery. And it was actually good because it was in a group. It's usually in a group setting. However, many people, I don't know, because of the weather or such, didn't show up. So it was just me and another woman. So we really got to speak with her and pull out some information where normally we wouldn't be able to occupy all of her time. So she went over some of my numbers with me. They take numbers from the beginning till now, and she said that my body percent water was perfect and my fat mass was going good, and she was saying my muscle loss was very minimal from surgery. What muscle loss that did occur would be normal with surgery, and other than that, I've been maintaining it very well. How, I have no idea. It must be just walking on the treadmill, because I honestly don't do like leg weights or anything like that, so that was good to hear. One of the things that I was surprised at, though, my surgeon, I take vitamins like everyone else, multivitamin, the calcium, but I was not taking vitamin B12 at all. He really didn't see any need to take it, especially as a sleeve patient. If you weren't deficient in it, he really didn't see a reason for you to take it, so I never did. And in speaking with her, she actually said that I should really start taking this, because research is showing that people are having a deficiency around the 6-month to the year mark. So instead of getting deficient and trying to, backtrack and double up on vitamins to get where you need to be, to just take it. It's not going to hurt you. So she has me taking, she said, between 350 to 500 mcgs a day. So I went and picked it up because I was not. And she said, you know what? They're finding it. The statistics are coming more and more down the pipeline that people are with VSG becoming deficient on that. Not everybody, but it can happen. So why bother? It's just one more pill to take. And I added that into like my vitamin C in the evening when I take that. So I just started, so not a big deal. I might as well. Who knew? So in conversations with the nutritionist, something that I was very shocked to learn, to be honest with you, was I was 6 months. The other woman that was there was 9 months. And my nutritionist said to me, at this stage of the game, I should be about 1,000 to 1,100 calories. I got to tell you, I was blown away. And she saw it by my face. I said, what? I'm taking about 800, between 8 and 900. And I just recently upped that to 900. I said, and then, usually in the 850 range. And like I said, just lately I tried upping it. And she said to me, at 6 months, I should definitely be at 1,000. She goes, especially if you are exercising and you're burning a lot of calories, in a nutritionally speaking environment, those are the calorie range that you should be at. So I was quite shocked because I didn't think, with watching some of the YouTube videos and people being, further than me, being below that 800 calorie range, I was kind of tagging on to that of where you should be. And she was like, no, you should definitely be around that 1,000 mark. And she said, quite honestly, since I don't have another session with her unless I go privately, she said by 9 months that she should see me about 1,200 calories at that point, which I was just so blown away by. And she said that is going to, especially since I've been kind of hitting a lull with some of my weight losses, it's almost like your body is not wanting to give up any more fat because it's like, oh my God, you're not giving me enough. And she said definitely with exercise, I mean, I'm not doing as strenuous of an exercise, my regular routine, 20, 25 minutes on the treadmill every day and some kettlebells. And she said, when you're doing an exercise that you're burning 400 to 500 calories, you really need to be in that maintenance range. You cannot be doing, burning 500, 600, 700 calories a day and still eating 800 calories. It's just not a good idea. That's what she said to me. So that's just mine. And I was just sharing, cause I was really shocked. I got to be honest. And, she said my proteins, I'm usually up about 100. She said, we're good. The water that I'm intaking, I'm good on that. I told her how I track every single thing I did. Now, mind you, she did say to me, with those extra calories that she's looking for me to consume, that's not wasteful calories. Because I joked and said, oh, I could add another servings of my goldfish in. No. But she was saying this is the time, moving up to that 1,000, 1,100 calorie range, this is the time to add in some fruits into my lifestyle. Because I got to be honest, I really wasn't eating any fruits at all, and very minimal vegetables with my meals. And I wasn't even eating, if I had vegetables, it was only like maybe once a day with dinner. So she was saying that's where I could bring in some good starches, some good vegetables, some good fruits into my day with those extra calories could be that amount. So I was kind of happy with that because sometimes when I was eating, I kind of didn't add those things in because I'm like, oh, that's just some more calories to add in. I don't want that. So she was like, that's where you want to bring that stuff into. And I asked her about the interval eating, if that still is acceptable to be interval eating at 6 months out. And she said, absolutely. She goes, I rather see you be doing that than like getting hungry and eating just your like 3 main meals and a snack. She's like, I'd rather see you eating healthier choices and feeling full throughout the day, interval eating, than going for a long period of time and kind of like, I don't want to say starving yourself, but kind of in that way, being hungry, waiting for the next meal to come along. And that's where she said you could bring in those fruits and those vegetables. So that was really good to know. And then we also met with the shrink for a half hour. He always comes on board at, the last leg of the meeting, and we were having a chat with him. And, one of the things that we were talking about was not getting obsessed with this whole situation because, one of the things he said to us in conversation is you don't want to bring on more problems than you already had, So what he means by that is the weighing in every day, looking at, and this is exactly his words, was he asked us how often we weigh. I said once a week. The other lady was like once, maybe twice a week, she said. And he was like, that's good. He goes, the problems that people tend to get into is the weighing every day, the obsessiveness with going up on the scale, going down on the scale, staying the same. And he's like, the whole surgery was to get healthier and not to bring on more mental issues. You know, that was the name of the game, was to learn how to eat correctly, get yourself in a rhythm, learn a new lifestyle. And it wasn't to obsess over that, you know, you gain an extra pound, or the scale went up, or the scale isn't moving, or what's going on, what's happening. Because there's so, even the nutritionist said there's so many variations day to day that occur that you can't control, you know. So to be obsessed that that scale didn't move, or be obsessed that you went up a pound, or why did that happen, and I'm eating everything right and I'm not, because then she said, you know, what happens is you start getting so conscious about that scale that you start thinking like, oh my God, maybe I'm eating too many calories, I shouldn't be eating this many calories. And then you start making yourself actually sicker than you need to be. You're then nutritionally not filling your body with foods that are going to actually help you lose weight. Your mind starts thinking like, I have to lessen the calories. Maybe I'm taking too many calories. Maybe it's the carbs. I'm taking too many carbs. And you start getting so caught up that you're actually doing your body worse than you are good. And I was telling her, you know, I did let them know that I do the whole YouTube video thing and speak with so many different people, and everyone has their own opinions. And she was like, you know what, it's good to get information from folks, but it's also good to do your own research, because everyone gets caught up in a situation, and you could be getting or looking at someone that we always talk about. It's your own journey. And you just got to stay level-headed and know that if you're eating correctly and you're eating correctly, you're not taking in, you know, the stuff that you used to eat. You're making wiser choices. The weight is going to come off, and you're sustaining a healthier eating appetite attitude, you know. And she said, you know, and the shrink guy was saying that that's where they see a lot of people having problems, is funny enough around the 9-month mark. That's when they're finding people having body morphia issues, eating issues, the amount of calories they should be taking in. These all things start to come to play because your weight loss starts to take a little slow. You know, the decline isn't as rapid as it used to be, and you're actually really, really starting to work and put in the last couple of months, the eating lifestyle that you started to become accustomed to, you know, realizing that this is a lifelong thing now, and being able to put all those steps into play. So they were saying to keep focusing on, it's not that you can't have it. You know, this other woman was saying that she always is like, oh, I can't eat that. Oh, I can't eat that. And they're like, why? You can eat whatever. You can eat that. Like, if you want a piece of chocolate, you can eat that. You have to realize that you're not eating a freaking bar every single hour or every day. You know, you are a human being. And I've said this in many of my videos before, to sustain a lifestyle for the rest of your life, saying I can't eat this, I can't have this, I can't have chocolate, I can't, that you are going to make yourself stir crazy. You know, you are absolutely going to go ballistic. So I just wanted to put that out there. She was sharing, and maybe, and not saying that what information she gave me is, you know, is the Bible, but she did say that if you are slowing up on your, you know, on your weight loss, and you feel yourself stalling, it could be your body needing more calories. So you might want to up some of your calories into good calories. So just an FYI, I started since I saw her Thursday, and if you follow me on my Fitness Pal, I have upped my calories to 1,000, and I'm going to go with that. It was actually nice to add some extra calories, and I had no problems using them. So, I just want to say thank you, everyone. I don't really have anything else this week to share with you. I spoke long enough. But remember, don't be afraid of your fears. They're not there to scare you. They're there to let you know something's worth it. Thanks, everybody, and have a great week.